So should you be taking all these acting classes, nonstop acting classes, or when do you know that it's time to kind of step back from taking acting classes and just fully immerse yourself in your craft? So I might be giving an unpopular opinion, but I think when you're first starting out, take as many classes as you can. Learn about Meisner, learn about Strasberg, learn about script analysis, learn about voiceover, improv, commercial technique. Like, these are all basic things that you should know. You should have a fundamental. I always say actors should have a foundation. I'm a Meisner girl. I love Meisner, but I know some of my friends, Meisner just doesn't work for them. They're more of like a Uta Hagen or Stanislavski type of, or method actors. Like, you know, there is no like this technique is better than the other. It's just whatever works for you, right? But I will say I got to a point in my career where it was just analysis paralysis and information overload. And I used to take my mentors and my coaches, like everything they say, to heart, and that was the only way that it should be. But really, there's just no one size fits all. Jason, who is one of the studio owners here at Drama Inc., I highly recommend if you're moving to Atlanta to check them out. It's a great safe space and a great studio. But he always says at the end of the day, you got to figure out what works for you, and you are going to develop your own toolbox, because your own toolbox when approaching a script or when approaching a character is going to be different than your neighbor or your co-star. But I would advise, you'll intuitively know when you're like, okay, I think I'm good with acting classes. Let me focus on skills like, you know, combat. That's because I go out for a lot of cop roles. I've been taking a lot of I've been going shooting like in a range to, you know, really practice like the weight of holding the weight of a gun and the mechanisms of a gun and the different types of like locks and guns and all that stuff. So I've been like going to shooting ranges, like shooting ranges, I guess what they're called. I've been focusing a lot on my skills as a dancer, because I am a dancer, practicing my English, Spanish, and Portuguese, like focusing on those skills. Improv is always great. Studying TV, studying script, like screenwriting and story. And those are just as beneficial as when I first started out, when I was learning cold reading techniques and script analysis and Meisner and studying from different coaches. But I did get to a point where I was like, I don't even know what to do, because, and no shade against any of these teachers and coaches, because they're all phenomenal. I highly recommend all of them. But, you know, I had Amy Linden book telling me one thing and Sarah Mornell's book telling me another thing. And then reading my Uta Hagen book while also reading my Meisner book. So at the end of the day, do what works best for you. I've learned bits and pieces from every person, and I'm still continuously learning and growing as an actor. But now I'm to the point where I'm focusing more on story and focusing on making sure that it's not about me, it's about the story. Because actors, it's not about you. It will never be about you. It's always about the story and the characters, and putting the writers and the writer's story first before anything else. You know, you bring what you can bring as an actor, your authenticity, who you are, but it's always about story at the end of the day. So there is a such thing as analysis paralysis, where you're consuming too much that it's just too much, you don't even know what to do and you just give up. Be careful with that. Follow your instincts, learn what you can, but you will intuitively know, like, okay, I think I've learned enough about cold reading. I think now it's time to focus on improv for commercials, or I think now I've learned enough about drama, let me focus now on comedy. Or, you know, you will intuitively know, but just don't try to think like everything that everybody tells you is like the truth of what it is to be an actor, because there's going to be a lot of coaches out there that name drop. They're going to give you like the one way or promise the one technique that's going to make you a Hollywood star tomorrow, but in the freaking end, you can only be you. There's only one you as an actor. There could be people that look like you in your type and category, but you are the only you in this industry, and that is to your advantage, guys. Don't try to mesh everything, because that's gonna read scattered and all over the place. Just do what feels right with you as an actor, what intuitively clicks with you as an actor, and I'm telling you guys, that's all you're going to need to do. You're going to see that the things that you end up booking are the things that just come to you, that the things that just feel right with you. So I hope this helps, and let me know what you guys think.